moving now to somewhere new. And also I left Epic. I've been with them for 2.5 years, really loved it. But, due to life commitments, Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tally Sam here. It's lovely to see you guys. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, it's great to see you again. So hopefully you guys saw my previous videos about my moving video and also me leaving Epic video. And I'm sure you guys are thinking, so where are you moving to? What's next? If you guys haven't watched those videos, then what are you doing? You better watch it before you come back. But yeah, so in those videos I shared about moving. I'm moving now to somewhere new, and also I left Epic. I've been with them for 2.5 years, really loved it. But due to life commitments, due to family commitments and events, I had to leave. So what's next for me? Am I still in Korea? What do you think? But yeah, so after that, left Epic, and what's next? So now I'm in a... Should I share it now or should I share later? Okay, so I'll talk about the process, how I got to where I am now. So yeah, I basically, when I made the decision, okay, I'm going to leave Epic. So I thought, okay, I still want to stay in Korea because of my relationship and everything and my friends and stuff. So I decided to stay in Korea, and also because of like jobs and stuff and things that I want to achieve in my teaching career. And so I started looking for jobs, and the main website that I used was Dave's ESL Cafe, which is really good. I recommend it. They have all sorts of jobs there. They have university jobs. They have jobs like in Hagwon. They don't really have public school jobs. For those, I think, especially like if you're in like maybe in Gyeonggi and like Seoul area, some like metropolitan offices, they basically offer their own like the schools are hiring instead of like you have to go through the metropolitan office, so you can basically directly apply to school. But in Busan that's not possible at all, so you have to go through the metropolitan office, which is basically through Epic. I couldn't look for public school jobs as I wanted to stay here in Busan. So basically my options were quite slim, which is basically university, or if I wanted to work in a Hagwon. And I thought about working university, and I went to like university events and stuff here in Korea, and I thought, I don't know, it's not really for me. I mean, I kind of like the sound of it, professor, but I don't know, it's just when I kind of went to the events and stuff, I felt like it wasn't really for me. It's really, really academic, and it really made me feel like I was back at university again, studying as a student, because it's really all about like research and that kind of thing. So you basically are a lecturer, you really are like a professor, and most of the people that I met were like interested in research, which is really obviously you should be interested in research and stuff as a professor. So it's quite different to ESL teaching, where you're just like teaching English and stuff, but you are still teaching English, but it's like for maybe a university course or something like that, so it's a bit different. That kind of, I thought about doing university, and also universities are quite strict in who they take because of the requirements. They want you to have university experience. So if you've taught in a university in Korea and you've worked on that area and stuff like that, then there is more possibility of them picking you. But you really have to apply for like universities that are not looking for that experience, that just have like teaching experience. Then you're able to actually get an interview. Because even I applied for the universities that said, oh, we want 2 years, we want you to have 2 years of experience at the university, just to see if they would even give me a chance. But no, they didn't reply back to me or anything. And so, but then there was one university that did reply to me, that was looking for someone without university experience, which is what I have. And they responded. So actually, yeah, they're really looking for what they're saying they're looking for is what they're looking for, which is fair. But you never know. You just think, oh, maybe they could let me in. But yeah, so universities was an option. But then I thought, I don't know if this is the kind of thing I want to do. Ideally, I wanted to kind of stay in public school, but also wanting to stay in Busan, that's kind of hard because in Busan you have to go through EPIC to basically work in a public school, which doesn't really work because I was leaving EPIC. But let's say I was kind of open to moving to anywhere, then I could have maybe moved to a public school up north near Seoul or something like that, as up there they're kind of more open with like the schools directly higher and stuff, but in Busan it's not an option. So public schools were not an option for me, but there are also private schools. That was an option, but I didn't really see many of those. So I was like, well, I guess the other last choice I have is Hakwans, and I've heard, mixed reviews about Hakwans, horror stories, all sorts. I don't really have many friends who are in Hakwans, so I don't really have any experience hearing it from people I knew, but yeah, the horror stories we hear about it. So that was really like something I was worried about. But in the end, I'm working in a Hakwan now. So actually, ended up being that way. And so far, I'm grateful and I'm really happy there. So yeah, in the end, I ended up working Hakwan. I was really looking into university, but then if I was a bit more open to moving and moving to another city and stuff like that, then I think I would have gone with the university option, because for you to work, let's say you want to work for like Busan University, which is one of the biggest universities in Busan, you have to start by working for the smaller universities in a smaller city and work your way up, So it's kind of like you can't directly work for them unless you have like tons of experience kind of thing. So it's quite hard to like work in a big city with university. But obviously that's not a written thing, that's not a written rule or anything, but it's just kind of how it is. But you never know, everyone's story is different. But from what I've heard and also from what I've experienced in applying and stuff, it was a bit hard. So but so far I'm grateful, I'm really happy, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for more now Hakwan stories as we thought of sharing more about Epic, and we can look more into that, and also my life in Korea and what's happening. Let me know if there's any other videos that you guys would like me to take, and topics that you want me to talk about that you're interested in. I'd love to share those things with you. And if you haven't, I hope that you will follow me on TikTok. I feel like TikTok is more of my fun side. I think I'm more like serious sat down than, but in TikTok it's kind of more of my other fun side, I call it. Same name, Tally Sam. So I hope that you will follow me on TikTok and Instagram, same name, Tally Sam. Instagram is kind of, it's kind of like my TikTok content on there too, but I hope that you will follow me on TikTok. I'm more active on there. And if you have any questions or any comments, I would love to hear about it more in the comment section. So thank you so much for this video and watching, and I hope that you'll stay tuned for what's next. Thank you and goodbye. Annyeong.